Previously on Poker After Dark.
You gonna be doing this all the time?
No, not every hand, but most of them.
There were 10 dudes, I was going all in.
I mean, I go from the monstrosity favorite to a loser in like a half a second.
It is time for you to stop all of your sobbing.
This will be funny.
Welcome to Poker After Dark. I'm Shauna Hyatt. The game is No Limit Texas Hold'em. The buy-in, $20,000. And the players are some of the best in the world. Let's meet them. Mike the Mouth Matusou, Gabe Kaplan, David Gray, Doyle Brunson, Jerry Buss, and Daniel Negreanu. Let's get back to the action.
Here's Mr. Carter over here.
I love that.
Blinds are at 150 and 300. Buttons on Daniel Negreanu.
It didn't feel like a lot. Very nitty win.
I felt like I won, could have won more, but I'm happy.
All right, me and Mr. Brunson. Let's go.
Heads up.
This is the longest Monday I've ever seen.
Date check, David.
Check. 600.
Gabe has deuces.
Check.
Hold the goalie.
Doyle has 10 high. And he'll win the pot.
Back in your room?
Rocky 7.
Rocky. No, that Rocky 7, that just came out.
7?
It's not called Rocky 7, number 1. It would be number 6, number 2.
Would be 6, and it's called Rocky Balboa.
And it's not out till Christmas. Aside from those three
and
statements.
this thing is airing when? In January? So, like I said, it's already out. See, I'm so far ahead of you mentally when it comes to things like this.
Okay, Rocky 7.
Raise, play for 800.
So you got to think in advance.
So when's Lucky You coming out?
That's a good question.
February, March?
Never.
Never.
What's that now? 800?
800.
I would say it'll come out. But evidently they're having problems with the distribution and the advertising. They're not happy with the way Warner Brothers is advertising. Maybe
You got a 6-7 also?
No. Promise.
Carol, she said that.
You know I always tell the truth. You watch me.
Daniel Negreanu taught me, any two cards that are connected to each other, always play. Because you can win big pots with them.
1200.
See, just to prove I didn't have 6-7.
1050.
Whatever, I didn't have 6-7.
And you know he was right. If you would have had a big pair of that hand,
1050.
I had one of
It's a
those.
good card for that.
he was right too. If you would have had a big pair of that hand, I would have broke you. So his thought process is correct.
Gabe wins with
King
ace
Jack Queen
king.
flops, you bust me.
1050. The bet.
if they weren't so cheap and hard an announcer, they would know that.
Hello?
We don't want
Little love?
Announcers Union.
You're the announcer, David. David, come on. You just run the deal.
And I'm not showing my cards properly? I'm not even looking at my cards.
That's why you don't get invited to these shows.
That and he keeps bagging on the announcers.
Anymore. Why you don't get invited? He can't even show you cards for the camera. What's wrong with you?
Plenty.
No
This
shit.
is just the beginning.
Thank you.
There's more wrong with me, though, so you're all right. What are you doing, bud?
He's limping.
That's fine.
Limpy, limpy, limpy.
That was very impressive.
Inga limping.
I might have to just check in the dark here. Take a look, though.
Ooh, there he goes.
I'm sure.
We don't play hard against each other.
I don't know.
Oh, yes.
Okay. 3 plates.
You right there, Baba?
My back.
600.
Daniel has a
I hit
straight draw.
balls all day today.
Where'd you go hit balls at?
Spanish Trail.
Spanish Trail? You go with Mike Sexton, you would?
No, he wasn't.
Gabe has a pair of 5s.
Man, I can't even. I misread the board, man.
Do we?
I went
Damn.
with Cindy Violet.
Did she play golf?
No, that was the first time.
Check.
Really?
She went out. We met some people out there.
I lost
All
my
right.
mind,
She
man.
hit balls. She liked it.
Did she?
1600.
I knew her when she was nobody.
Me too.
I've known her a long time. She was actually one of my best friends.
That's what
when we
flop
first
was
came to
3-5-10. It's 3-5-8. I put 600 in and realized this.
Playing poker at Jack
When I called with King 10, I thought I flopped top pair on the second kicker. This is unbelievable.
Oh, you're a good guy out in this game.
I can't even read the damn board.
Are those glasses opaque?
Stood up,
That's unbelievable.
and the entire tray.
I'm getting ready to see what comes on the turn. I look back out there. There's an 8. There's no 10 out
You
there.
thought you had top pair?
I thought I flopped top pair second kicker, and the only reason why I called, I was worried about the limper over here.
I dropped her off at Chuck's house.
Yep.
David Gray has the chip lead with about 23,000 in chips. Mike Matusou in second, and Gabe Kaplan is the short stack.
You know how Mike got that nickname? The
Oh,
old-fashioned way.
it's hard to figure that out.
The old-fashioned way. He earned it.
Right.
What'd Daniel do down there? Limperoony?
Yeah.
All right, I'm out.
Top choice.
As John Heisman would say.
They earned it.
Heads up.
I guess he's dead, right?
Daniel flops 5s.
Check. 400.
I like when Angie talks. 400.
All right.
I got it.
I'm going to throw away 5s.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Yeah, I had the 5.
It's a good
You
story.
have another heart, too?
Yeah. A big one, the king.
Big one? Yeah. Oh, big boy.
I laid down a queen for 2 chips.
Yep. Because you're a superstar. You're a superstar.
I'm very lucky.
He is a rock.
Nothing like a good old misread to shake Mike's opaque shades.
I've had 20,000 after the first 10 minutes. Remember, I'm down about 8.
How many of these have you
I got the second one.
How much did that pay? Entering my time. Knocking Mike right out.
Make a little raise here.
Oh, Gabe.
For the other one.
Make it 1050.
Raise, play for 1050.
The standard raise, 1050.
You're playing really well.
So, in other words, you raised 750?
That's the total amount of my raise.
It'd be an honor and a privilege to play with the both of you.
That is a pretty good honor there.
Especially if I win it. Yeah, you shorted the pot.
$50 more, please.
50 more, sir. 1050 total.
Okay.
And
3 players.
the beautiful position thing is you get to go first the whole hand.
That's why I did it.
I know, it's like low ball, first bluff.
Jerry flops a pair of jacks, beating Gabe's 8s and David's 7s.
Props have died since everybody got broke.
Exactly.
I check.
Check.
I haven't played props. I'm ahead in props, 100 and something thousand. And I quit winter. I think I'm
Everybody had
done.
loads of
But it's
props.
fun. It's so much fun.
I just want back half the money I lost in Chinese poker in my lifetime, and I'd be so rich. How does anybody ever win in that game? I get
They
dealt the
play
worst.
with guys like you.
Nothing to do with it. I get dealt the worst
Nothing
hand
to do
all
with
the
it. Yeah,
time.
yeah, nothing at all.
I get dealt the worst hand every time.
Kaplan bullies Jerry off the pot.
You get dealt the worst hand because you don't see the other hand. That's the problem.
Yeah, you're
see?
right. That's exactly what it is.
That game is pure skill.
Well, that's like Big Al asked me one time. Said, "You think I played this hand all right, Doyle?" He had aces up in the back, and two fives up front.
Ace
Who
is
is
up
this
in the
Big Al? I
back.
keep hearing that name, Big Al. Who is this
Wow.
guy?
Big Al? How do you not know Big Al? He's funny.
Nobody could have
Hearing
ever
Big Al,
topped
Big
Jay
Al.
Botchman's display of that
I don't know if
Chinese.
Jade Bossman was the
Although,
worst.
do you remember we used to play at the very beginning with Don Zoon?
Yeah.
And he had
the
6
Zulu,
high and 7 high in the
always.
front every hand. And finally, after like never ever winning the front, he said, "Doesn't anyone else ever get like 6 high?"
Jay played all night long, and he figured he
He
finally.
said, "I'm playing them right."
But he thought he had to put his absolute best
That-
hand in the
back, and then
Like
his next
aces.
best hand in the middle.
Yeah.
He's the only guy that could play 4 pair aces and kings, queens and jacks, 7-3 deuce. That's how he would play it. And he did that for only about 500,000 worth. And the highlight of the thing was I lent him about 300,000 that night and lost 100,000 in the game, and then he died on me.
Oh, that's a bad beat.
See, he's funny, I told you.
I'm so funny, I'm going to bet 900.
900.
Now you stop being funny.
David has top pair.
I know a good player of Daniel's caliber would never call cards like that.
Raise it.
Oh my God.
You're right. He's not calling.
Raise 1,500.
Interesting.
Very.
Probably got some kind of flush draw.
Or maybe just pair of threes.
He is funny.
All right. I'm going to defer.
Only 8-9.
David folds the best hand.
Which is a nice favorite over my 4-5.
You had 4-5?
Would you call that with 4-5?
I needed a crab.
You needed a 3?
I would have check called the flop instead of lead and give myself a chance to hit it on the turn. But I want to teach these superstars as much how to play. Oh, hi, Dave. I didn't even know you were still in the game.
Thanks for the advice, Mikey.
You're welcome.
How many? What's the advanced printing of your book? I heard that.
It's really not a book on how to play No Limit. It's Hold'em, because every idiot Joe and Cranny writes them and don't know. So I'm
I'm not talking about anybody at this table.
But
Raise play for 600.
that's a strong raise up there. Nope. My book is a specialty book.
It's pop-up.
It's a speciality book.
That's it.
It's a Mike special.
Sweet.
It's called How to Con All of America into Being a Good Poker Player When You Suck by Mike Matusou. And it's going to basically talk about all the players that have conned everybody and knowing how to play that can't play a lick, and America believes they can't. I'm joking. I wish I had my hand back.
Which was that? 1,300?
How does 8-5 of clubs do this? How you got?
What do I want?
How does 8-5 of clubs do this?
Daniel has the best hand with pocket nines.
I mean, you would have had a hand.
I almost called. Turn the joint. River joint.
Doyle puts on an old school move on one of poker's young guns. Plenty more to come from Las Vegas on NBC's Poker After Dark. Welcome back to NBC's Poker After Dark.
Less than half.
I think less than that.
Blinds holding steady at 150 and 300. Jerry Buss is on the button with just under
Pinnacle was putting up these
17,000 in
prices on
chips.
entries in the tournament. They started at like 80
You know what's
something
funny?
hundred.
I'm in the,
They were
I'm on
only
the board.
taking $625
They're expecting,
bets.
apparently, like, the executives are planning for more.
For more?
Yeah. They don't seem to understand the landscape change.
Oh,
They don't understand anything.
Let's get everybody in this hand. First family pot.
could be.
I might just raise
Daniel's
this,
almost
pitch up
in.
all that money.
He's halfway
How
in.
much is out there? 3, 6, 9,
There's gonna be 18 hammers in there if Daniel calls. I think about 3,200 more will get it.
I'm not gonna.
All right.
I'm scared.
Okay, scared man.
Doyle always told me, beware
This
of
is
the
never
limper.
going to happen again.
I think you have the kind of hand that you could flop a pretty good hand if you get lucky, so you don't want to clear yourself out of it.
It's possible, but then again, it might not be.
Jerry Buss has 3 sevens.
That, by the way, is known as WYNY.
Which stands for?
97. And if you were from New York, they would sing that all day long. 97 WYNY, New York FM.
1300.
And if you're not, that's just an off-key collection of letters.
I think me and Ivy got head up at the 400 bubble. How great was that? With so
Heads
much
up?
play. 400. It's only 2 more levels.
Heads up between Doyle and Jerry.
And I blew it.
Doyle needs an 8 for a straight.
$35.
3500.
You didn't have a 7 there, Jerry. That was a great play.
And if you had a 7, it was
That was
also
still
a great play. Just checking.
What was that?
Looked like a 5 and a 4 is what I saw. 4 or 5 of hearts. Just kidding. I didn't even see it.
Hello, Gabe.
Hello, Tony. You know,
This is the one-
Tony De Niro?
This is a once-in-a-lifetime table here. I mean, look at the lineup we got here. This doesn't happen very often.
6 people whose hearts are still beating.
How much you got more than you started with, Mike? You do.
Yeah, not much. I'm not playing well. I'm not really focused.
But the good thing is I haven't been reprimanded about not showing my whole cards for like 8 hands.
That is really, really good.
I may get invited back again.
Yes, sir.
900.
No, raise, make it 900.
Damn, Jerry, you got a good hand every hand?
Yeah.
That 1300 was like steel.
Tonight you're playing Daniel in poker, but what is it like to play him in golf?
Well, the golf is, entirely a different thing. It's a, it's a lot of fun. We play pretty high for a bunch of guys that can't play. These guys are kind of more or less, they were kind of beginners. And I used to play a lot. I was a good player.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said you were the best.
No, not now. Years ago, my leg's so bad. Can you imagine the best player being a 72-year-old guy with a cane? But we've had some good times. We've had some real big matches too. So it's been a lot of fun. I quit playing about 15 years ago because of my leg, and these guys were so bad. I said, well, I can just walk around on this cane and beat these guys.
Who wins the most money on the golf course?
Well, I think I did it at first simply because I had a little more experience, and these guys didn't exactly know how to match up and everything. But they're getting better, all these young guys.
Who is the most potential out of the 3 of them?
For the golf, I'd say probably Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a good teacher now, and he's getting better and better. So he's going to be pretty good.
Good luck tonight.
The Phil Doyle's talking about is Phil Ivey. Worst comes to worst, these guys settle things on the golf course.
Would you bet that if Hillary is the Democratic nominee that should be president?
Lines up to 2 and 400.
The rep. I think Barack Obama will be. I think he's going Barack Obama.
He's an atheist.
Barack Obama? How about this? Barack Obama is a guaranteed Christian. He was on Larry King Live. this
You can
week.
get, you can get down there.
You can get down with me.
His book is called The Audacity of Hope.
Well, you think he's going to be president?
He is an amazing man. He's half
You
white,
just talk
half
about
black,
the
actually.
nominee.
Huh?
I don't think he's going to be the nominee.
Who do you think will be? Hillary?
Either Hillary, Kerry, or Gore.
I'll bet
I think Barack has a huge shot.
Well, I'm making bets right now.
I'll take Hillary and Obama. You can have the other 2.
I'll just go against Obama
What won't
against
these guys bet on?
for a reason.
If he runs, he'll win.
Well, Hillary's a favorite.
And Pinnacle, she's only like $1.30 dog against
That's against all of them, right? Yeah.
No, really. I don't. See, y'all have all that knowledge. I don't gamble on the internet.
You just make all the right bets automatically. Just like
True. I
Just feels it.
Sure. 1,000.
Gabe has top pair.
Raise to 4.
You are playing so good.
Gabe
He's
wins the
being
pot.
aggressive now. Very aggressive.
You're the only one I've ever met that's able to steal from Daniel Negreanu. I try and steal, he always calls me down. You have seen him on TV. You know his weaknesses.
He was on Larry King Live talking about gay marriage. He was talking about
I saw him on NBC.
It was on Larry King Live for an hour. And he talked about how important his faith is to him. And he talks about God in his new
Two very
keynote
big
speech.
reasons.
He's
And
100%
the guy might be the most
Christian.
qualified person.
And he thinks the Democrats should talk more about that stuff openly. He's a great. He actually. Is one
He's
of
smart.
He's a brilliant man. I really think he has a chance to win because he actually works well with Republicans too.
I don't care who the Democratic nominee is, they're going to win.
Right.
Doyle, this
Hard
is a
to-
no
it's hard
spin
to
zone. Who's got the last word?
Lose really. They can.
Welcome to Poker Players Talk Politics here on NBC Late Night.
What did you take up in the room? You come back out firing out here every pot?
Man, I want some of that.
He must have got a good night's sleep, ladies and gentlemen.
God.
Yesterday he was tired. Today he's come with a 6-shooter. I hate to say this, but I'm a $100 loser.
Looks like Kaplan's come up with the David and Mike countermeasure.
I thought you would have blinded off like 4,000 by now.
There we go. Did you bring any extra tissues?
Hello.
I'm going to give you a chance to get your $1,300 back, Mikey.
Yeah, I need a chance.
I'm going to bet you even money that I outlast you in this particular event.
Ah, it's very pleasant here. Very nice, quiet,
Bet.
very pleasant. I want to hear you, Mike. I want to hear what you're saying.
And you have me covered by a large
We
margin.
have a bet. We have a bet. Ooh, the Queen 10 offsuit.
Okay. I can come back later if you want.
No.
Play this hand. You ready?
You want to play the hand?
Yeah, let's play the hand first. All right.
There's
it's my
an
button.
understanding woman.
It's my butt.
Say hi to Shannon.
It's my button, and I'll cry if I want
Shannon.
to.
You know
That's
Shannon.
Shauna.
Shanna?
Oh, Shauna.
Shanna Howitt.
Shanna Howard? I played a Shanna Howard.
Shanna
Oh,
Howard.
Shanna Howard to put a girl. Watching the TV.
You want to ask Daniel about the golf?
Yeah, ask me about the golf. I love to go, oh, it's fun. It's a great time. It's fun. Like, yeah, it's real fun when you win every day.
It's good to get out on the golf course with buddies and play.
Yeah, have some fun. I said, it wasn't fun the last 3 times I played. Because everybody I played with had the round of their life. Like in a week straight.
It's amazing how that happens.
Yeah.
Oh, Daniel made it back just
He
in
wasn't
time.
really as good at this time as he is now. He was playing buggy even and slaughtering him.
And the higher the stakes get, the more rounds of their life they have.
Yeah.
He was hitting that literally 1 out of every 3 balls off the tee out of bounds. Now, the last time I played with buggy, about 4 years ago, and he shot like 76 from the back tees at the country club.
Mike has a pair of
Jim shot like
fives.
66. I played my ass off and got destroyed by both of them.
Gabe has a flush
Jamie
draw.
had something. Very good guy. Great athlete, too.
One of the saddest things I ever saw.
It just happened so fast.
Come all in.
Daniel announced all in.
There we're gammon.
Wow. By the way, if Mike calls and you beat him, I just beat him at a 1,300 more.
You happy with yourself? You happy?
Well, it cost us exactly the same amount in our last longer bet. We both lost the exact amount.
You didn't lose either thing yet.
But you might win this. What am I saying?
He didn't lose, and he didn't even call yet.
Oh, check. He would have bet like 1,500,
You
2,000.
could have taken one off.
He could have taken one off.
Oh my God!
You got
Spades
to.
and straight.
Straight flush. If he makes it.
Nice hand, Dan.
Thank you.
7-8 spades?
No.
You have anything?
Would I throw away the 7-8 of spades?
Yeah, I had something.
I wouldn't have. I don't know about you.
I wouldn't have said anything.
Would you throw away the 7-10 of spades?
You know, the only reason I moved in was because he had a flush draw. I might have tried to trap you.
How much did I blow
Yeah.
this hand?
I really, because you called, you screwed up my whole plan. I was planning on busting Mike, and you had to get in there. And,
Put you under the par value.
Yeah, nothing. He was just.
No, you're not. You still
I had nothing?
You still have about 20.
I had a good hand.
Yeah, he might have had a pair.
I should have re-raised pre-flop.
I'm sorry?
Should have re-raised pre-flop.
Everyone's
That would have been
playing
fantastic.
You'd have got along good, Mike.
I would have got along good with you.
as Rod
Could
Pardee
have
would
folded
say.
pre-flop too.
You could have done all
playing the
those
red
things,
board.
huh? You must have had a real beaut.
I had a beauty.
I just had 2 kings. That's all. With the king of spades. So.
Just a backed up.
I had 2 aces with the ace of spades.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. All right. Finally won a good one.
Play that hand.
I know, no kidding,
Come
huh?
on over here.
Okay.
I'm stealing from the last flop.
So, usually at the table when you're in a hand with someone, you like to talk to them. Is that to get information from them?
Mostly, yeah. The more you talk to somebody, the more information they reveal. But you know what? When you're dealing with good players, I try to talk a little bit less. And you know what? At this table, how am I going to get a word in anyways? Seriously. Blah, 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 blah. You can't talk to this guy. He's got like this barrier. He only hears his own voice, apparently.
Yeah, we were talking to Doyle about golf, and I want to talk to you about golf.
Oh, really? Yeah, I heard Doyle's, it's a lot of fun. We go out there, the boys, we have a lot of fun. Yeah, it's fun when you win every day, right? And Doyle wins every day. It's funny, the last 5 times I played with people, whether it was Doyle or somebody, it's like, they say, I'm a bogey player, shoot around 90. And in like 5 days in a row, it's like, they shoot like an 81. It's the round of my life. The last 5 guys I played with shot the round of their life. Is this a coincidence? Or
you bring out the best. You bring out the best in people.
It's either that or people are holding back a little bit on me, right? Yeah. So yeah, golf is fun for Doyle, but it's not much.
Cleans
fun.
up.
Yeah, I love golf, but I think I'm going to be playing for free from now on.
All right, there's a big hand on the table. Let's watch.
It's over. Mike won it. It's okay. I'll get those chips. They're just on loan. Seriously, I'm so going to trap him. It's like, yeah, oh yeah. He always, actually, you know what? He traps himself. I won't even have to do much. I'll just have to, throw the bait out there, reel him in.
What about everyone else at the table? Have you had experience playing with everyone else?
I play Jerry heads up. As you know, I've played Jerry. I've played with Doyle in the cash games. Gabe I played with a long time ago. David Gray, of course, we play in the cash. I know all these guys. They know me, though, so I'm mixing it up a little bit today, but don't tell them.
Good luck.
Just before the break, we saw Mike Matusou win with aces and jacks against Jerry Buss's pair of aces. Mike moved all in on Jerry, who folded, and Mike took the pot.
The last 5 times I played golf with people, they had the round of their life. I bring out the best in people. Yeah. I never made 3 birdies in a row in my life, says Mike Sexton.
I told him, too.
3 birdies in a row!
I told him, too, buddy. Don't worry. I told him. Well, you miraculously found the greatest round of your life against my buddy Daniel, huh?
That playing golf for money is a new thing for Mike Sexton.
Don't worry.
Apparently,
they do it with me.
I was talking to somebody the other day.
Mike shot a nice little 76, I think it was.
He's like the biggest golf hustler in the world.
Telling me he's a bogey man. Yeah, he says, but it's your course is so easy. That's what he says.
David Gray flops 2 pair.
I didn't check yet.
Brian Nadell played him straight up for like 50,000.
Yeah, you were spotting him like 5 shots though.
Dog, did you still?
And he's crying about it. We're playing Chinese the other day. I said, Brian, you want to have a fair match in golf? Come play me golf. I'm the worst, and I'll make it a very fair match. But you want to play with people that you can never win one ever if they want to beat you at any time. That's how dumb you are.
1150. I was thinking those are 200s.
Gabe Kaplan bets his open-ended straight draw.
I'm going to raise it.
Pop-a-roo. Pop-a-doo. Any pop-a-roo will do.
3,000 more.
3,000 more.
This is the dawning of the... No, I have no clue, but I'm sure hoping that David wins this pot so I can win my last longer bet against Gabe. Oh, and I got one with David too. Wait, oh, but it's only for 1,300. The other one's for 5.
Actually, I'm going to go for some chapstick.
David's check raise works, and he takes the pot.
I could have gambled there.
You had a draw?
You gotta have heart, Gabe. You gotta have heart.
He had a heart or two. Maybe.
I know you have the nuts whenever you put the chips in there.
You gotta have heart.
I had a good hand, but a draw was the one thing I really didn't want to be up against.
That's why I should have checked on the phone.
If you had a hand,
You
then
claim you
you're in
played
bad
this hand
shape.
bad.
No, I mean, I didn't
Oh,
have
he's
to.
saying he had a big hand.
More than one pair.
Oh, I got a hit.
Yeah, obviously.
Can you
yeah,
get more
I
than
think
one pair? Isn't one pair hard enough to get?
so. Most of the time, I don't have any, but once in a while, I have a couple. Multiple pairs, as they're known as, where I come from, Brooklyn.
Multiple. It was real close.
I didn't think he had a flush draw, but I thought he probably had a 10-9, maybe something like that.
That's what I had.
Yeah.
We play. Check.
Jerry flops 2 9s with a heart flush draw. Mike has top pair.
1,200.
Let me see, what was that? So if you had 2 pair, which is what I put you on.
Long red.
I want to win it there. Don't worry. I didn't have a heart either.
16 out of...
You have another diamond?
We'll see what Mike the Mouse plans to do with his chip lead after this. Welcome back to Las Vegas and NBC's Poker After Dark.
As old as I am, I'd have hit you.
I had no idea. I thought
I would have.
You weren't there when Sam Grizzle came around the table and took a swing at me, were you?
I
That
heard
was one of
about
the
it.
funniest
At the
things ever.
Mirage. Well, after he went broke, you
Then-
go up. The game just.
No, I just looked right at him and said, "Game's
It's
over."
okay to rib a guy when he's winning or
Yeah,
something,
well, the
but
guy's losing and you just needle.
he went broke and he told him.
I said, "Game's over."
Yeah, I heard about it. That thing spread like wildfire.
And Sam looked
Oh,
at me.
I was there that day.
Sam looked at me and got up real slow and walked around the table. And I stood up, and then he took a big old swing at me, and like I ducked back, he barely nicked my shoulder. And then somehow I got in the middle of a
Hey,
Sam
Aesop, you got 2 pair.
Howard Lederer sandwich on the floor.
I remember, I saw that. I was on there, hands on.
Those were the days, my friend. I thought they'd never end, and then poker blew up in everyone's face.
Well, this year's World Series of Poker, I got a little argument with Lennox Lewis. I told him off. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to say it. I'm just playing poker, Gabe. Just playing poker.
I bet him. He was a nice guy.
He's big, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he is.
All right, Daniel, I'm going to have to raise you.
That's strong.
David rounds raise. 25 more.
Well, if I had a David Gray mask that I could put on, I'd win some pots.
Me too, buddy. Don't worry. I might have cost myself a big pot.
Yeah,
here.
but then little kids would be scared of you. It wouldn't be worth it.
Daniel Sevens hit the mug, and the chips go David's way. More from NBC's Poker After Dark still to come. Welcome back to NBC's Poker After Dark. Gabe, Kaplan, and Jerry Buss are sharing the short stacks at around 12,000, while Mike the Mouth has the chip lead at around 30,000.
Can't do that.
Just kidding. You think you can
It'll cost him too much.
You could do it. It'd be worth it just to see you squirm away.
8.
You can't change destiny, man. I am destined.
La forza della fin. The power of fate. That's Latin, by the
There's
way.
no way I could play 3 of these without winning one. It's like the odds of that are like 1 in a million.
A little open ski. A little call ski.
A little button ski.
A little button ski. A little dolly ski in the dark.
All right, look, do something with your analyzations already.
I'm thinking.
Little muck ski?
Little Jerry ski?
Jerry was what got me out. Jerry out of the big Swahili over there.
David would have had top pair ski.
Check. Check.
Wow. I mean, they thought they had you trapped, Gabe.
I could have just stole this one. Call and take it.
Jerry has a straight draw. Daniel and Gabe just made 6 high straights.
Oh. Or not.
800.
Ooh, wouldn't expect that.
15 more.
Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world.
How much it cost me?
23.
Where's 0? As a backup.
I'm gonna get 6,700 total.
Wow.
3 rays, so I'll get 67 total.
I'm all in.
I call.
Anyone on
Top
top?
set for, and you turn the middle set.
Sold.
3 queens over there.
You play good. Oh yeah, I was hoping you had something different.
Let's see the river.
Did you have a draw?
I did all that acting for nothing.
I know. I was hoping for you.
You turn off 8th Street, Gabe.
Wow, that was disappointing.
That's unbelievable.
Well, I'm just as disappointed as you are.
I guess I would have got broke if I would have taken that flop. One of these guys would have called me.
Daniel and Gabe split the pot. More from NBC's Poker After Dark in a moment. Welcome back to Las Vegas and NBC's Poker After Dark.
Stud was the skill game. If it could have kept
Lines are
cheating
still
on
at 2 and 400. Daniel
Stud
Negreanu
showed
is
the
on the
player
button,
name.
and David Gray is first to act.
I noticed that when we played stud, I used to win almost all the time.
it. Backboard stud.
No, well, that too, but I didn't play that very much. But even
5-card stud. That is a poker game.
That was a poker game, yeah.
That's why they played in all the poker movies.
shooter folded a king. It's a percentage player.
Yeah.
Raise to 3,000.
That was the first of many ridiculous lines in the Cincinnati Kid. The very first hand. It's like somebody, an ace raised, made it like $30 or something. Carl Malden folded a king. Goes, shooter folded a king. The guy said, he's a percentage player. Like no one ever heard of king 4. It's a big hand. It's 5-card stud or something. Now if he would have showed 2 kings and folded, that would have been a good laydown.
You get 4 back, I think.
He called you, right? Did you see him call you?
He responded.
How much do you have left over there?
About 7,000.
70?
7,000 in chips.
Let's say 8.
Plus the Lakers. It's another 500 and something.
500 million?
All right, I'm all in.
All in.
Brother, man, that was all me. Jack 7 of spades.
Jerry dodges a bullet and Mike
Ace
wins
king.
the pot.
He played so good, you have no idea.
What do you have, like 2 10s?
I'm not telling you what he had, but he played good. You played bad. He played good.
I didn't want to get called.
You played that bad. He played that good.
I wanted to pick up 1,200.
You did.
He called. I hated him.
It would have been nice if it would have been the queen.
Flopping a lot of hands for a man that never gets any cards.
I don't want to check there. There's enough in there already. Why would I want to check?
You play bad. You play bad.
How about to win more money? Would that be one of the reasons you might have checked?
Oh, didn't you get unlucky? I guess you guys don't live in that.
Get
fantasy.
unlucky? What were you going to lose there? How are you going to lose
I
that?
don't know.
How come Mike get unlucky? He had ace king.
Maybe he has 2 10s and the 10 rolls off.
Man, I wish I played. I would have gambled with you, Jack 7 of spades. Just for fun.
You would have been favored. Try to even money, right?
You didn't have a spade.
He was spadeless.
He didn't have a spade.
That's what I did with the ace, jack, and diamond.
Right.
I get 800.
Yeah, 2
Raise
2
to
10s here.
800.
You check
800, so that's 4 to me. Let's see some cards.
Let's see some cards.
So? You don't get many chips here. 7,000 laying out there. I don't want to get unlucky and blow it. I want that 7,000 no matter what.
Bet 1,200.
Have a nice day, young man.
All right. I will.
Good.
Gabe's pocket
You
sixes are
thinking
good
about doing
enough.
something there? It's like you entertain little thoughts of sugar plums.
I had a plan. But I decided not to execute at that particular juncture.
Updating the chip counts, David Gray in the middle of the pack with around 22,000. Mike Matusou comfortably at the top of the board with roughly 33,000. And Jerry Buss in last position with about 8,000.
Especially if Barry says it.
I'll tell you, I think it was Phil Helmuth that told me, so I should have known it was. I should have known.
Another harbinger of the truth.
He's a great guy, though.
I like Phil. I have to admit that. I do like Phil.
It's the greatest thing that ever happened in poker. What he does for poker is great. He's just great for poker.
He's better than Chris Moneymaker for poker?
No, he was the best that ever happened for poker. But Phil's right there.
According to you, like about 20 guys are the greatest thing ever for poker.
Chris Moneymaker's the greatest thing that ever happened in poker, bar none. Guy named Moneymaker took
Senor Moneymaker.
Moneymaker's my idol.
I'm going to check it.
Anybody that has a name Moneymaker, it's their actual name and wins the World Series of Poker on $40 is my idol.
Gold is not so bad either.
Gold?
Moneymaker, gold.
Gold was golden.
Not bad.
David Gray has a pair of nines and a diamond flush draw.
After close scrutiny, I've decided that I'm going to check again.
Check.
If the deuce of spades comes off, I'm going to win this pot. That was not a deuce of spades.
All right. Now becomes a question of diamonds.
If you have a diamond, you have a chance. If you don't, you don't. There's at least 2 or 3 guys that don't have one.
Daniel has a pair of sixes, no flush.
Ooh. There's a Wu. Formerly ran a Chinese laundry. Wu factory. I don't know what took me so long to fold.
Survey
I
set.
think that came in
I don't have it.
second place. No, I would have beat Gabe.
You have a diamond too?
Yeah, you're a dead man.
You have the 8?
10.
Wow, you folded the 10 there?
No, I overcalled with the 17th nuts.
Yes, Mike, would have raised with that.
No, I would have bet out on the river, and I put myself in a position to not be able to call. But I don't want to teach him too much.
That's all the time we have tonight for Poker After Dark. Come back tomorrow for more no-limit action as these players continue to duke it out for a $120,000 winner-take-all. I'm Shauna Hyatt, and you've been watching NBC's Poker After Dark. Good night from Las Vegas.
Tomorrow on Poker After Dark.
Right. You can definitely be broker than broke. I want to keep you here, torture you a little bit.
I'm rooting for you, dog.